Blake Lively asked for $8 million. She just got back about $400,000. That's roughly 5 cents on the dollar. And the judge didn't hold back on why. Let's break down what just happened in the Blake Lively-Justin Baldoni legal saga, and why this ruling is being called a serious gut check for Team Lively. Quick recap for anyone just tuning in. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni co-starred in and, in Baldoni's case, directed the 2024 film It Ends With Us. Off-screen, things got ugly fast. In December 2024, Lively filed a legal complaint accusing Baldoni of sexual harassment on set, and claiming his team ran a retaliatory smear campaign against her afterward. Baldoni denied everything and fired back with his own countersuit, accusing Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, of defamation and extortion. A suit that sought a staggering $400 million. Over the following months, courts tossed out most of both sides' claims. Baldoni's massive countersuit was dismissed. Most of Lively's harassment claims were dismissed too, on the grounds she was an independent contractor rather than an employee. Eventually, the two sides settled for an undisclosed amount. But one piece of the fight was still outstanding: who pays the legal bills? Lively's legal team leaned on a California law designed to protect survivors of sexual harassment from retaliatory lawsuits. A law that lets them recover attorney's fees if they win that kind of claim. Under that law, Lively's lawyers asked for close to $7.5 million in fees, plus over $500,000 in costs. All in, the ask topped $8 million. Baldoni's side pushed back hard, calling the number stunning, and pointing out Lively's team was billing for more than 7,000 hours of work, about 20 times what courts typically consider reasonable in similar defamation cases. On August 26th, federal judge Louis Lyman handed down his decision. And it was a major reduction. Lively was awarded roughly $363,000 in attorney's fees, plus about $44,000 in costs. Total, just over $407,000. That's about 5% of what she originally asked for. In his written order, the judge didn't mince words, describing the number of hours Lively's team billed as unreasonable, and flagging specific line items as excessive, including charges for a 5-star hotel stay and what he considered overbilling for a 6-minute phone call. He also rejected fee requests tied to media relations work and some travel expenses, saying those categories simply aren't compensable under the law. Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, didn't waste the moment, telling reporters the judge had rightly rejected what he called an outrageous and unreasonable demand. Lively's attorneys, Ezra Hudson and Michael Gottlieb, pushed back on the framing. Their statement made the case that this was never really about the dollar amount. It was about setting a legal precedent. They pointed out this is reportedly the first ever fee award under this specific California statute meant to protect harassment accusers from retaliatory lawsuits, calling that outcome historic, regardless of the final number. So here's where things land. Lively technically won this round. She gets some money, and a legal precedent gets set. But the optics are rough. Asking for $8 million and walking away with $400,000 while a judge publicly calls your billing excessive is not exactly a victory lap. Baldoni, for his part, gets to claim a symbolic win, even after losing his own $400 million countersuit and most of the underlying legal fight. Let me know in the comments. Do you think this changes the narrative around the case, or is this just a footnote? Subscribe for more updates as this story keeps unfolding.